Hello, everyone. I am Silverette, and we are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are entering Dresden, talking to Darren, talking to a Nevia or Erebeth. I keep doing it. We can see it here. Erebeth. Selling some things. We have the Resurrect Ember. And then we'll go from there. And then we'll take Ninio out and Socio, bring back Ember, and we'll change Socio with someone. It has been a while with Camellia, even though I honestly don't like Camellia that much. There we go, enter. We can see how we haven't used her in combat for a while. Let's go to the Citadel. Because we may use her for one of her quests, bring her and realize something isn't working. So instead of realizing, okay, this isn't good in the heat of the moment, we can try to fix it before. Until we find a permanent member who will like to stay in our normal rotation. Are we going to be in automatic dialogue? Maybe. I don't know if Darren wanted to be private or would he go before a council or something. Oh boy. Anevia. Commander, Anevia greets you with an energetic nod. My people have reported some shifty-looking characters hanging out in a cove not far from here. They invite passerbys to go treasure hunting, promise them untold riches. Apparently, there have been folks who bought their tails and went away with them. None have come back. Sounds like a place worth investigating. What do you reckon? Have there been many reports like that? A whole heap of them. In this whirlwind of ours, cultists, spies, crooks, and lunatics are all over the place. I usually don't report this kind of stuff to you. I just deal with it myself. But those treasure hunters, my gut's telling me they're a special case. Something that only you can deal with. Tell me more. This is a place, the Murky Grotto. Anevia marks the spot on the map. There are two of them, a fat guy and a scrawny guy. Could be your everyday bandits, but what if they're cultists? Anyway, I'll go check it out just to be safe. Very well, I'll look into it. Thank you for the report. Oh, that's the Midnight Owl, Treasure of the Midnight Owl. Is this Darren? Yes, Darren looks a little... The merest trifle more serious than usual. Incria, we need to talk. On the strictest confidence, I am going to invite you to not a date. Yet, you heard me correctly, not a date. If by some chance you imagine you see wine, cushions, and treats laid out before you, you should know that it's merely an optical illusion. Great, I actually have free time for not a date. Darren offers his hands to you gallantly. Allow me, my lady. Aww. How so, Darren? You would do something as not a date, along with the roses that weren't a gift. Come on, but it's happening. The longer he spends along with you, the more Darren seems to shed his usual acerbity. His hair is tousled, and the ties on his shirt has been loosened. He sits back, looking completely at ease, while his hands are lively and elegantly expressive, punctuating his speech. So here we are, alone at this utterly insignificant, tedious business meeting. Would you be so kind as to suggest a conversation starter? We need something boring and practical to talk about. Boring and practical, as you know, is not exactly my forte. Poetry. But poetry isn't boring at all. On the contrary, it can be quite sensual. No, that is not a suitable topic for our not a date. I see what you're about. You meant dreadful patriotic poems. Annually, Mindef produces unbelievable amounts of that kind of abomination dross. Once I managed to get my hands on one example of such a poem and tried to count how many times the author used the word unbroken. I stopped counting once I hit 37. Yes, that travesty is exactly what the occasion calls for. I stand ready to recite it. I estimate it would take 1 to 2 hours. Darren's eyes sparkle teasingly. Are you absolutely positive you don't want me to stop now? I think I know one way. Kiss him. Darren holds back at first, teasingly refusing to return your kiss, but a moment's pass, and suddenly he is kissing you back with passion. He moves closer just a little and takes your hand. I wonder if I shall come to regret this. You're dangerous, and I know it. One or two. Lift his chin with your hand and look into his eyes. If you try to pass this off as another one of your jokes, I'll send you back to Mendev immediately on a donkey, stark naked. Threats and passion. For some reason, I find this combination highly attractive. Darren removes your hand from his face, but he doesn't move back. Instead, he leans forward as if for a kiss. Aww. Look at our first not a date. Adorable. And it's so Darren is cute. Oh boy. Was not expecting this. Inexplicable power lies in the force that draws mortal bodies and souls to each other. If there is a way to measure it and compare it to other forces in the universe, it could prove to be comparable with gravity between the planets. But this force is as fragile as it is mighty. Sometimes emergence can lead to unexpected and irreversible consequences. The 18th of Lamastan, 4715. And I'm saying it's what, the 10th month? 18th. Okay. Night falls, and with it, the commander drifts off into a deep sleep. She dreams. She sees herself from outside her body, herself and Darren. The two lies next to each other, their hands joined, their breathing slow and deep. The young count's hair gleams with the soft golden glow, almost invisible in the light of day. But in the dark of night, it's unmistakable and bewitching. Then the commander's realizing that she is not simply seeing herself from the outside in this dream. She sees herself through someone else's eyes. Someone is near. They are watching from the darkness, watching closely but indifferently. Or perhaps the commander can sense only the gaze, but not the emotions of the invisible observer. The observer's attention is fixed on the naked body. The observer does not move. They make no attempt to turn away or come closer. They simply watch and watch and watch. Let's give ourselves to the dream. Incria lets the strange vision takes over. The hours of night drags on and nothing changes. The couple continues to sleep, exhausted from lovemaking. Someone is watching. Only at the very break of dawn, when Darren turns over with a slight sigh, slowly coming up to wakefulness, does the dream loosen its grip. Wake up. Was that the thing in Darren? The entity? Come on, Darren. Look at Darren with no shirt on. Did she have on pants? You know what I've been thinking about? Darren is battling his tousled hair, trying to make it look at least slightly tidy. Perhaps this crusade isn't so bad after all. At least I feel much happier now than I did back in my hedonistic days in Canabras. What a terrible thought. I feel like I'm betraying my ideas just saying it. I hope this not a date wasn't our last. Won't be our last. Well, I can't compare that one day I shan't run away to Kalesh with a gang of handsome smugglers. Padisha, Empire of Kalesh, dominates each of southern central Gasmarin. It grew during the Age of Destiny, and its line of emperors has been unbroken for thousands of years. Half a dozen satrapies the size of countries separate Kadira from the imperial heartland of Kalesh. You know I had a dream about the two of us. Indeed? Darren smiles. I bet it was something rather tender, or perhaps something exhilarating. I don't want to lie, but I also don't want to. He has really good perception. In the dream, the great danger was looming over you, but I was there for you, ready to help you no matter what. Darren is watching you with a slightly surprised look on his face. A spark of understanding flickers in his eyes for a moment and disappears. Finally, he smiles graciously. How courteous of you to guard me even in slumber. Until next time, blow him a kiss. If you miss me, you know where to find me. Aww. Ah, please don't let Darren. Land is just gliding. Land looks resolute and serious. Incria, we've got ourselves settled in here, so it's time to go back for the mongrels. If you don't do it, Sol will keep stalling until Iomide herself come down to drag him out. Why are you coming to me with this now? Land hesitates. You know, I just had so much on my plate. First we were running around putting out fires in Canabras. Then we were running away from the gargoyles. Then we were running to save Dresden. Why don't we run to the caves now? I could ask the queen to summon the mongrels as crusade. So would like a real decree with the seal, but asking you is easier for me. Asking the queen about such a little thing is awkward, and you don't seem to have anything to do right now, you know, cause managing who Because managing a huge fortress is so easy. Why do you want me to go back for them? You showed them the light of heaven. The shield mace has fallen. The ancient Mongol prophecy has come true. They want to go up to the surface, but they're afraid of taking the first step on their own. I can understand them. My father would have never gone to the surface if my mom hadn't encouraged him. Everyone needs support before taking an important step. Besides, you help the young ones, save them from the eternal curse or whatever the demon and Windwag tried to cast on them. If they don't follow you, I'm afraid another Savamalik might come along and take advantage of them again. Well, let's go. We can always use more fighters. Last Miles. Call me when you're ready to go. I'll be waiting. Nethalam has been revealed. Or the Neithers. They call it the Neithers. Neithers. They did say that way back in the beginning. Safe. Golem caught Arabeth. Oh, not the Golem Arabeth. Arabeth's eyes are vacant. Her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away. Seeing you, though, she snaps to attention. Hell, Commander. I found out how the demon snuck up on us. It won't happen again. Arabeth denies grimly. I've been told. You protected us from surprise attacks and saved the fellows who were made by demonic rituals. Those poor lads. What have they become? I hope the clerics will be able to heal them, at least ease their suffering. Avo, anything new? Nope. Early sunset? Oh. Rachel? Nope.
We march ahead.
Poor Ember. Look at that. Can we do for anything? Finian. Did we forget about Finian? Nope. What's the new companions? Back to the roots. Finally lead the mongrels out of the cave. Oh wait, is this the lab? We have to do that this chapter. Yep, that's fine. Oh, what I did want to look at, I keep forgetting. Is this for the mythic rank, or is there a experience bar? I have to pay attention to this. I am curious about this superpower though. I don't think I even looked at this. We get the option for 4 by the end of the game. So we have all skills. Zada gains a bonus equal to her mythic rank to all skill checks. Now I want to look at this only because before we do the superpower, I honestly would like to know exactly which ones we're going to do to make it easier. Whenever she makes a skill check, she rolls the dice twice and chooses the best result. She also becomes proficient with all types of weapons and armor. So we will be able to do exotic. I was going to take a feat for exotic, but that may actually be better. Favorable magic. Her magic becomes we don't really use magic like that. Saving throw against spells, they roll the dice twice and take the worst. Whenever the Zada makes a con check or a check to overcome spell resistance, she rolls twice and takes the best result. If we make a cast a spell whose description says that a successful saving throw halves, saving throw says that a successful saving throw halves its damage or duration, it only decreases it by 25 instead. Incredible might, morale bonus equal to her mythic rank on attack and damage rolls whenever she hits with a charge. We don't do charge. If the target fails a saving throw, one of the following actions happens: stunned, prone, pushed, crippled, exhausted, killed. Lose these advantages to instead bolster the physical abilities of companions. They gain a bonus on all attacks and damage rolls equal to +1 per 2 Azada mythic ranks. There may be something for the end of it, the end of the game. Azada chooses one teamwork feat during this and next mythic rank. She shares the effects of all teamwork feats she has with allies within a 50-foot area. Charisma inspires her allies so much that even when their hit points drop below 0, they continue to fight, even though they are still considered dead or unconscious for all effects. It can be cured by Breath of Life or similar spells as per spell description. After the encounter, or upon receiving a total number of attacks equal to Azada's charisma ability modifier shared among all allies, the allies in this state fall dead or unconscious. If all of the Azada's allies die that way, she becomes fully drained and dies. So that would be a game over, kind of. What is our... We don't even have a charisma modifier. Marvelous. Fast healing equal to half her mythic rank from 4th. Increases by +5 mythic rank. Whenever an enemy confirms a crit, her inner endurance is unleashed. She gains 1d6 temp hit points. And if she has 25% or less hit points, she gains DR 10. That's not bad. Supersonic speed. Azada is always under the effect of haste. As long as she's engaged in combat, all melee and ranged weapon attacks against her has a 20% miss chance. All targeted spells aimed at her has a 10% miss chance. All the damage from area attacks against her is halved, even if previously reduced by 6. Oh, that's good. So if we dodge and take half, well, okay. When characters have miss chance and concealment at the same time, only one best bonus apply. Zippy. Cast a spell that targets individual creatures, not areas. The spell affects one additional creature within a 30-foot range from the target. If the target is an enemy, the spell affects one additional enemy. If the target is an ally, affects one additional ally. Additionally, spells that target enemies damage them for 2 to 6. Oh, that's not bad. So if we do our buffs, really buff someone else? Kind of what I'm getting, but right now I'm looking more at all skilled, supersonic speed, zippy magic, and endurance, and maybe the might, but I'm really not sure about the might. Might will... when do we get another feat? Because I'm only looking at the all skilled for the weapons proficiency. But if we get a feat and we decide, oh, we do get a feat next. We probably get a feat before we get the next superpower. I really not that. But I think it was this. Yeah, I really want her to use this. And it's exotic. But I really want her to use this. Create an enemy, the target suffers a minus 2 attack on in the combat. And a 15 to 20 becomes our crit threshold. Keen, enchantment plus 3. Finesse, we can switch that out for maybe radiant. But let's head out to the market square. I want to rest, but we can do that after we... let's go to the temple. Because this is where we need to go for...
I will guide us.
Is it?
Without a doubt.
Maybe not. Where's the temple person? It may not be here. Yeah, nope. Noble, peasant, noble. Corruption. Yeah, it's not here. Let's look. You can hear them. There we go. Oh, Rushale, we do have to talk to you, my girl.
Forwards.
Because even though I really like you, you have some explaining. Drawing her ruby eyes away from the passerbys, Rushale looks at you. It's good that you're here. I saw you disappearing in a kaleidoscope of butterflies. Did we? What was that? Desna protects me. Whenever someone threatens my life, she teleports me away from danger. I guess the goddess does not want me to die before I fully redeem myself. I do not deserve her silence. Do you like silence? Her kindness, I'm sorry. I used to talk a lot before, and all of that was a lie. My words ruined so much. I like silence more now. So we're not gonna ask her about... Fine. That's the temple, not you. Captain Barracks. Archer. Oh, Cedar, do you have something to say now that we met? Oh, girl. They really don't wanna... Oh, I guess they need time. Can't fault that. Archer... Captain, I think we'll talk to you later. I don't want to have to go down there. Up there, I should say. Land, no. Weaver, jewelry, house, Wilser, exotic. Their ninjas, stronghold, blacksmith, lady, seer. I think it is seer, maybe? Come on, Incria, put a little pep. Alright, finally, where are... Here he goes. Oh, Crusader looks anxious and disoriented. Yes, has something happened? Where did your boy Marvet go? Pain shines in the old man's eyes. His fuzzy gray hair is stirred and hangs down in unkempt strands. He sighs heavily. He ran away. Practiced things in the dead of the night and disappeared. Must have gone to find some demons to fight. He is a Kellet. His entire clan are blood enemies of demons. They also worship the god Gorm. Do you see the straw wolf hanging from his neck? It's his clan's talisman. It's called the Little Fang. I put in so much effort to get him to see the light of Iomade, but he imbibed his loyalty to Gorham with his mother's milk. You shouldn't have try to change his faith. I told him you can't fight the darkness if you're guided by anger. If rage overwhelms you, you can't. You'll either perish or become a villain, or get used to the war that get so used to war that you'll forget what it's like to live as a human. But he only had one thing in his mind: vengeance for his family, for his ancestors, for his wounded honor. Oh boy. I hope we find him in time. I tried to find him. They say he's been going to the tavern a lot lately. Everbright Crusaders don't go to taverns. We keep ourselves clean, body and spirit. But Morvay didn't go there to drink or play dice. He was looking for a guide, and he found one. A Kellet too, an old one. A descendant of the Sicorians. Even the demons can't force them out of these lands. They say Morvay wanted to go towards Wintersun, an ancient Sicorian settlement, but I don't know what he wanted there or where exactly to look for him. There are a lot of demons in that region. I can't send scouts there with an order to leave no stone unturned. There would be too many skirmishes with monsters and huge losses. The man looks completely defeated. Oh. Sierra gives you a bright smile. Of course, Commander. You have a lot to do. May I guide you? Now. If anyone who's been following this hasn't realized, Incria does not care for Iomade that much. However, we do want to find this guy. Let's go to the tavern. Where is this priest? Did he know me? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Where's the half-eyed devil? I think he's from the other one. Let's go half-measure tab. One-eyed devil, not half-eyed. Is that a quest for... Yep. Wonderful's village. Just something else we have to do now. That's fine. We have to go there anyway. Find the tavern keeper. Let's see what you have so we can sell something. Bulk. Heard that. I don't want to sell you. Weapons. Do I have enough butter? Yeah, we do. And morsel, milk. Delta wine. I don't think we have any cinder bloom. Meat, gill, skullberry. That's fine. And what does it do again? Oh, it's oriented, but this is for bow users. Look at that. That's deal.
I will guide us.
I don't think there's anyone here. Oh, I think old guy is. Yeah, he is here. But we don't want to go around him right now. All right. Okay. We are finding. What is that? Oh, Fort Autumn Haze. Nope. Artisan. We're doing all this because one eye double. You want me to buy some nail clippings? You want to buy some nail clippings? Why not? Show me the money first. Let's see. What will you give us? 50? Certainly, certainly. The thief can give you some gold coins, then wrap your nail clippers in paper and store them in one of the purses hanging from his belt. What do you have? You have, oh, you have a lot of good stuff. What don't we want? We're keeping our luckies. Mighty Con plus 2 strength. We don't need that. And Mighty Fist, let's do 1. Alright. And let's go in the inn. We know this is where Ninio is. Citizen. Commoner, peasant. Second floor. This is where we overheard the conversation between them. Hilor? Nope. Ninio! Nope.
Without a doubt.
Oh, come on. Where is the priest in Dresden? Nothing's in here. Let's head back down. Let's leave. I wasn't tripping. It's supposed to be at the bottom by the barracks. Obviously, I looked it up. Okay. Up there. We were 100% correct the first time. Let's go back. I was just focused on the Rochelle. Almost there. Yes, we did. Bypassed her completely. I could use the services of a cleric. No, I need. Wait. Exit that. That's not the right option. What services do you provide? Huh? Wait. Let's do raise dead. We don't have enough for this? Oh boy. Socio. Do we have? Really? Ugh. But it worked, so that's fine. Save. Now, since we're here, we might as well go talk to the captain. Back at the barracks. And then we'll go to probably the blacksmith. And then we can head out. So kind. So kind, boss respectful, and say amably. Also, people would honor me with a visit. I know you're extremely busy, but I've been eager to meet the person who managed to restore Galorian control over a part of Sokorian lands for the first time in decades. This is incredibly symbolic. Remind me who you are again? The commanding officer. What is his name? His name is... I am commanding officer of the mercenary band called the Blackstone Company. We're the vanguard of an Andoran band. Andoran group of sellswords whose services were paid by Queen Galfrey. Our advanced forces were sent to Dresden, and I'm happy that I was chosen to lead them. Tell me about your merc company. Proud to be recognized as one of the finest Andorian mercenary regiments. We're not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve the tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers eager to get involved in a dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. Which is why we held a vote against our units. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade, though some of our commanders didn't voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. But like I said, we Andorians are a free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought, only convinced. We must have stories to tell. Let's put it this way. If I father any children, I have something to tell them. I wasn't even 20 when I joined the Blackstone Company. I've seen my share of scruffle, but my goal in every conflict remained the same: to defend the common folk. Not all sellswords treat civilians well, you know, but my soldiers have never disgraced themselves with dishonorable conduct. Once I even joined an expedition that reached the crown of the world. I swear I never neglected such crucial strategic necessities as supplying troops with warm undergarments after that. Despite not always agreeing with my superiors in the company, I earned my reputation as a competent officer. I also relied on thought-out logistics, exercised caution, and strictly followed tactical doctrine. You look like a soldier to the core. You must have been serving all your life. He chuckles. Who knows what the future holds for me? In my spare time, I study history and applied anthropology. I'm just an amateur, of course, but sometimes I think I could be a decent lecturer. Almost as good as I am as an adventurer. Why? I might even find a way to combine the two callings. I was completely smitten when I discovered Sokorian culture. They were such an interesting people, just freedom-loving, tenacious. Sure, our traditions were not entirely flawless, but nevertheless, their demise was a great loss for all of Avestan. What can you tell me about Sokorian culture? We can ask Obrit. I studied their traditions, their customs, and their rules. I know what they loved, and I know what they feared. What do you find most exciting about the Sicorian history? Have you ever heard of God Callers? Oh, they're an amazing and fascinating cultural phenomenon. The Sicorians were a highly spiritual people that revered not only the deities we know, but also a plethora of lesser entities, tribe gods, clan gods, settlement gods, and sometimes even patrons of individual families. God callers would contact these beings and become their, how shall I translate this? Companions. They form a very strong bond. In a way, gods were their spiritual siblings. Well, you can imagine just how different their society was from ours. Union with the divine was a more regular occurrence, and the higher powers intervened in the affairs of mortals more often. Do you think they really did they really persecute mystic practitioner? Did they really persecute mystic practitioners in Socorus? It would be historically inaccurate to deny it or excuse these acts. Yes, Sicorian society was not perfect. They reacted to mystical power with fear and prejudice. But this particular conflict was deeply rooted in politics. In many countries, mystic practitioners hold vast power due to their special abilities, and these people who often become oppressors, tyrants, and despots. Yes, the treatment of mystics in Socorus was cruel and unjust, but the people united in struggle against a minority that often encroached upon their interests in very hostile manner. I'm repulsed by the idea of throwing innocent people into prisons, but I'm not naive. Those political realities can simply be dismissed or ignored. They need to be understood and addressed because these desperate actions also have a certain logic at their core. Who ruled Socorus? That's an interesting question. Many people compare Socorus to modern kingdoms, since they did have chieftains endowed with absolute power. Still, the nation did not have a single leader. The Council of Chiefs made their decisions together. In some places, the post of the chieftain was hereditary, but as far as I know, not everywhere. Besides, their politics were influenced by God callers and priests who relayed the wishes and expectations of higher powers to common folk, so chieftains could not ignore them. I would compare Socorus to a modern Andoran rather than Mendev. It was a true nation, a people firmly aware of their unity and shared purpose. I have questions about your fascination with Socorus. I understand that few people are interested in this subject, even other anthropologists unjustly neglected, but I intend to shed light on this chapter of history. If anything remains in Socorus, I will find it, no matter how small its shards may be. Oh, we passed the check. But plenty of refugees from Socorus found a home in other lands. Their culture lives on. Well, that's open to interpretation. Once Socorian refugees found themselves in foreign lands and surrounded by strangers, they inevitably began to adopt the culture of their hosts. True. Have you met Socorians from Numeria? But by now, they are more Numerian than ever, and for that, I blame the people in power. It was in their interest to erase the cultural identity of the arriving Socorians, to force them into new subjects who have forgotten their homeland. Besides, Socorians was never a monolithic entity. It was an alliance of countless tribes, each carrying different cultural baggage, sometimes even contradicting one another. To piece together an understanding of the customs of Socorus as a whole, you can't rely only on knowledge of the surviving tribes. Can we not tell him about Obrick? What fascinates you so much about Socorus? A sparkle of passion gleams in Selkirk's eyes. They were an amazing people. We're used to treating Socorus like a barbaric northerners land inhabited by prudish and primitive people who condemn magic and dance to the shaman's tune. But this is our snobbery speaking. In fact, life in Socorus was much more nuanced and sophisticated. Behind the false front we erected, there was hiding a nation of skilled craftsmen, wise stargazers, enlightened priests, and clear-thinking chieftains. They were anything but bloodthirsty and brutish. They managed to create a nation without shackling themselves with the bonds of monarchy and thrusting power into the hands of wealthy magnates. They were cultured, spiritual, curious, and they despised injustice. Sure, they had their flaws, but are there many nations in the world where power genuinely belongs to the people? Over the last few years, I've seen acts of horror even in Andoran, not to mention in other countries. In Socorus, power was given to those who earned their authority. I feel that if it weren't for the World Wound disaster, they would have given Avestan and the entirety of Golorian a distinct vision of the future where everyone was free and equal. The fall of Socorus is a tragedy, and therefore we must expend every effort to collect the pieces of that picture. How did you plan to look for the remnants of Socorrian culture? I am sending scout patrols to places where, in my assumption, were correct. There may still be Socorrian refugees hidden in plain sight. I don't believe a whole country can perish without a trace. Among the locations I'm interested in are Pelorus Fall, the mighty town of Zapvale to the west of here, the city of Alderan, Bloodwood Settlement, and many more others. The captain's expression grew stern. Of course, some of the company's commanders think I divert too many resources to such expeditions, but I couldn't care less. If there are any survivors, we will save them. Have you heard of the village called Wintersun? Actually, that's why I'm here. As soon as I learned you discovered a settlement where the surviving Socorrians still live, I volunteered to take command of the company Vagrant. It's a fantastic, priceless anthropological discovery, and I hope the devastated lands of former Socorus still have little nooks like Wintersun. I have no more questions. Let me know if you need help with your search. Actually, I could use some help. A group of soldiers have been missing. Presumably, they got lost. They're competent and reliable soldiers that I trained personally. Their orders were to carefully and stealthily retreat if they discovered anything dangerous. If you find my men, please give them direction to Dresden. I'll be extremely grateful. Please let me mark the area they were headed on the map, Socorrian Mines. Save. Journal. We have a lot for the Oh, we didn't weren't closing that because of this. And we weren't closing this. Wait, this was supposed to be closed. Oh, Outcast. So much in this. What is this under? Not the merchant's request. No, it's not that. I don't think it's this one either. No. This is it. Yeah. Actually, let's turn that off. Looks better with it. I feel better with it, I should say. Oh, she's slowly healing faster. Let's go in. I wonder if we can meet a boy and tell him about. I want to say he's in here. Ellen, oh yeah. You have nothing to say. Man, come on. And the guy is up on the first. He's on the balcony. Come on. Captain Harmington. Commander, an aged dark-skinned Gurundi man with sharp features addresses you with a confident salute. Instead of hair, his head is covered in sparkling crystals, clearly identifying him as an Oriate. Captain Harmington at your service. What is your responsibilities? Enlisting, recruiting, and training recruits. Furthermore, Her Majesty's orders, I was appointed as the chair of your staff council. As he mentioned Godfrey, his voice assumed a tone of deference and reserved pride. Of course. What does the staff council do? And shall we make sure that whenever orders are given, they are executed properly. Our job is to keep the soldiers' morale high, so they always follow their officers' commands without question. As for the officers themselves, we look out for any unseemly or incompetent types who subvert the troopers' trust. Oh, I didn't want. Affirmative. I hail from. Wait, what did I pick? Oh, I did pick the right one. Tell me about yourself. Affirmative. I hail from Assyrian. Great empires in the history of Galorian, based in traditions. My parents were caravanners. They knew the entire length of breadth of the desert, fearing no heat, thirst, or wind. They told me I was born after they miraculously survived a fierce sandstorm, one that raged for 5 days straight, blocking the sun of the day. We call sandstorms like those Harmingtons. I don't know if that made me the way I am, but I do know that they named me after that sandstorm. So Orients are just made? They don't have to. Oh, cool. I didn't follow in my parents' footsteps. I feel uneasy in the desert. Among the dunes, I feel like I'm trudging through a swamp. Instead, I enlisted in the army of His Majesty Kemet the First. He had just ascended to the throne after throwing off the Kalishite yoke and returning Osorian to his independence. I soldiered in the infantry for exactly 100 years. I saw and shed no shortage of blood, both mine and that of others. In other words, I performed my duty to my homeland, but the older I got, the stronger a nagging voice in my heart grew. It kept telling me that I was not fighting for what I should have been. Homeland or not, there was a war in this world that meant more than all the others. I went to the temple of Ra, made my sacrifice, and prayed. O King of the Heavens, send me on my path. That same night I had a dream. I was a sandstorm flying above endless lands as if I had falcon's wings. Over the desert, the sea, the forest, right towards the world wound. My God had shown me the path that was clear as day. I resigned and left for faraway Mendel. For 24 years I served Her Majesty Godfrey, had a good taste of the abyss. Then that whole disaster in Canabras occurred and the Queen called for a new crusade, and here I am, fighting under her command. That's cool. Barracks. I don't know which way we actually came from. Let's go this way. I think that's downstairs anyway. I don't think we... What? Oh, it's 2 different ways. Got it. Need to remember it. Wait, no, it's not. Fall side.
Forwards.
What in the world? Oh, I'm not a fan of this, but it's fine.
We march ahead.
Let's head out. Where are we? Perfect. Okay. Next, let's go to the blacksmith. Then we have the rest. Then we can leave. We also want to talk to. Is there anyone else? Maybe Captain Odin. Alright, there we go. Blacksmith. Alright. Nah, there's no way we're giving that up. That can go. Why did we pick that up? Oh, look at that. I kind of don't want to give that up, but might as well. Like everything after this has a name, or it's cold iron. Yeah. Leather +2. Just give me my money. And where's Wilser? Yeah, I went the wrong way, but that's fine. Anyway, let's go talk to Captain Odin. Oh, Lady Konomi, that's what we also want to talk to. Alright. Oh. Uh. Nope. And Lady Konomi. I'm curious on why Captain Odin has a picture though. Alright.
Together we stand.
We didn't talk to you at all? Lady Konomi is engrossed in reading some kind of letter. Upon noticing you, she frowns nervously for a moment, then greets you with a graceful bow. Commander, how may I be of service to you? Tell me about yourself. She lowers her eyes in a show of modesty. It's unbecoming of a diplomat to talk about themselves at length. But how can I refuse you? I come from Tiazan, from the noble Kitsune. Like any Kitsune, I have always been curious to a fault, and many adventurers brought me to Avestan. And hearing your lands, I met my first and true love. Oh, we did talk to her. What are you reading? A state secret. Before you, I can offer a hint. Every single day, I receive dozens of classified diplomatic missives from all countries supporting the crusade. I have a question regarding diplomacy. I'm happy to oblige. I always wanted to talk about my craft. Why are you so fascinated in politics? Is this something all Kitsune share? Not at all. However, we Kitsunes are predators and our hunting spirit is strong. But unfortunately, chasing rabbits in the field is rather boring, vulgar, and unfashionable. Politics is a hunt of much more dignified sort, refined and cultivating. Whenever I pick up the quill and write a letter of protest, oh, I feel like I'm ready to go for my praise throat. So invigorating. You don't look like a soldier and you're different from my other advisors. You're right, I'm not a soldier. Welfare has always been too bloody for my taste. I prefer the intricate tapestries of politics. Proposals with double and triple agendas, clashing of ideologies, and and long-term strategizing. But they say that war is merely a continuation of politics, which is why my dudes have brought me to your headquarters. What's the current situation in Mendev? Things aren't terrible for a nation that have been at war with a demonic invasion force for a century. The people are wary of taxes, an army continues to pay tribute in blood, and many noble families are dying out, which breeds inheritance disputes. However, the crown stands strong and its authority remains high. The nobles are ready to follow Her Majesty's orders, and the Royal Council, compromising the closest and most trusted servants of the Queen, governs the nation sensibly and astutely. Tell me about the Royal Council. What is it? Operating under Her Majesty is the highest governing body in Mendev and comprises her most able and trusted servants. It is responsible for day-to-day matters of state. They are the hands and voices of the Queen. The council has gathered people from all walks of life. Some of them are nobles, but many more are citizens of humble origins who earned their positions through their wit. Many are rich, but a fair number of them are more humble means. Some are pious and pure of heart, like Lord Inquisitor Kasori and Captain Jasper of the Crusade Heralds. Others are more flexible and ambitious, but each of them faithfully serve Mendev's cause. What is your role in my army? Well, don't get me wrong, Commander, but I'm not your soldier. I serve Her Majesty Queen Gaffrey. She sent me to head the diplomatic council of the Crusade and consult with you on particularly sensitive matters. Why do I need it? To solve matters of politics, of course. The Crusade is more than just battles and seizes. It is the largest military project in all of Avestan, funded by the treasures of more than a dozen major powers, and each one of those powers, in addition to seeking victory over the demons, also pursues its own goals. The diplomatic council will manage the tangle of political interests and prevent the Crusade from losing the favor of influential benefactors. And while we're at it, ensure that Nerosian remains satisfied with the state of affairs. After all, for the last 100 years, the entirety of Mendevian politics has revolved around the Crusade in some shape or form. This is why the capital have sent me here, to observe, offer suggestions, and keep the diplomatic situation under control. Kisune are a rare sight in Mendev. Lady Kenomi shrugs. I'm a child of passionate and curious people. We live everywhere. You are just not always aware of our existence. You are not the first to have taken an interest in my race. Your companion Nideo has already interrogated me. A most amusing individual. Truly, we Kitsune are incapable of normancy. We find our passion and surrender to it entirely mind and soul. Although in Nideo's case, I feared that the mind was lost, along with common sense. Oh boy, Ninio, you're strange even among your own people. Adorable. I have to go. Good day to you. Alright. I think that's it. Let's just look at what have we recently acquired. Can you use staff? This is a monk weapon, technically. What? This can go. He can shoot up close, so it doesn't matter. But I would. If we give this an ember. Ugh. Horrible. Nini, where are you? You have 2 staffs. One's coming off. Taking that off. I kind of wanna. Plus 8 through to 12. Plus 8 through to 12. Yeah, helps with spells. Didn't we get a buckler? Did we not? Hmm. I guess we didn't. Hmm. Fine. We may take land actually. I wish you could see the world map from here. The actual world map. Let's rest. I know we can rest here, but we can rest in our... I think it will bring us to the actual... our room. Ninio, obviously. Alchemy. Other stuff, maybe? Magic Fang. And then the pastry, let's do... I'm still good with the speed, actually. Let's give this to 20. Alchemy, let's give it to Rochelle. And then Darren. And for Ninio, let Ember help. So this is automatically done. Wait, what? Oh no, Darren. What in the world? Oh, wait, we have to change this then. Oh, that sucks. I think we have to use her. Fine. 14 hours. Why are you the person who treats me the least? Why are you the person who trusts me the least in the party, Graber? Because I know better than anyone the things miscreants say to avoid punishment. I want to change, they want to say. Alright. Oh, we made it. Wait. Oh, so we both rolled it? I don't know why I thought... What did we put in here? Not the rapier. Save.